Hello, class. Have you ever heard someone use the old expression, "That's the canary in the coal mine"? Perhaps the expression lives on here in Kentucky because we have more coal miners living here than in any other state. Before toxic gas detectors were installed in the underground mines, the miners often took a canary in a bird cage when they went down in the mines. During their shift, the bird would cheerfully tweet and sing. Whenever it keeled over and fell silent, the miners knew they had a problem because toxic gases or gas fumes had killed the bird. They knew it was time to get out of the mine shaft as quickly as possible and get help. Well, as you know, I'm currently teaching 2 online sections of English 102 and an on-campus class. This week, the on-campus class struggled with collecting research materials for their research reports. They were dazzled by finding so much information. They became, in my mind, the canaries in the coal mine, and they needed to get help quick. So we spent the class period talking about ways to search for information on the internet. They told me that the subjects they chose drew thousands of hits when they did a Google topic search. So we went over the ways to search for information. Most of this is found in your textbook, Good Reasons with Contemporary Arguments, in Chapter 17. But here are some of the tips that we discussed that seemed most important. First, do an outline for your research report before you try and do an exhaustive search for materials to use in that research report. Take a sheet of notebook paper and on the left side list your topics and subtopics that will be covered in the report. On the right side of the paper, list the keywords and keyword pairs that might pull up information on those topics. Now, the simplest kind of Google search that you can do is a single keyword search. It will bring the most results, but then the sheer number of results you get might make it impossible just to even read through them all by the end of the semester. For example, typing in the term bullying in the keyword search box will bring you a deluge of information. Consider this. If you want to focus on bullying in schools and how school systems can try and avoid the problem, then you can narrow your search topic by using 2 or more keywords. Try the advanced search choice in Google to see what I mean. You'll find the number of hits have dropped, but it may still be too much information to cope with. Okay, now web directories, such as the Yahoo directory, will show categories, subcategories, and then topics within those categories. That kind of search is probably the closest internet equivalent to what you do when you search a library catalog, when you're actually in a library on campus or in a community library. Bullying still pulls up thousands of articles. Many are blogs from angry students or angrier moms. According to Fagley and Seltzer, one of the biggest problems with doing internet research is that, quote, no one regulates or checks most information put on the web, and it's no surprise that much of what is on the web is highly opinionated or false, close quote. For this reason, I suggest that you avoid quoting something you've found in a blog. What if you used a database to find scholarly articles on bullying and how to stop it? Try this. Read the chart in Good Reasons that is listed on page 258. It shows several databases, and the next column gives the kind of topics covered in those databases. Use that chart to decide on the best database to mine for information you need. Then go to the college homepage, www.bluegrass.kctcs.edu. When the home page comes up, click on the library hyperlink along the left side of the page. Now, the first page of library information that you'll see will mention searching databases. I'd suggest for the subject of bullying that you would click on EBSCOhost Research Databases. I mean, that's a really broad one that gives you about 6 databases all compressed in one place. Try a Boolean search for U.S. public schools, bullying. The page showing the search results should give you the choice of selecting all data entries. But remember, some of those may only be the abstracts for articles, not the full articles. Or choose results that only give the full text of the article. That's what I do. That will bring the number of hits that you get down to a manageable quantity, and also because they're in those library-supported paid databases, you can trust the information. Finding your sources this way has an additional side benefit. Many databases like EBSCOhost and Academic Search Complete have built-in citation makers, so you'll be able to do the MLA citations for the articles in an easier way than struggling the way you have been this semester. Some of my students have mastered how to do MLA in text and full citations. Earlier this semester, I asked you to read Rules for Writers, pages 410 to 475. If you're still having problems, read Good Reasons, chapter 20 on documenting sources in MLA style. You'll find the same information that was presented in Rules, but sometimes just reading something from a different author, same information, different style of writing might help. Hope that helps you. Another big help for you going into the research report would be to set an appointment to see a Writing Center tutor on your home campus. Or if you're doing all online classes this semester and don't get onto campus, then you can contact our Writing Center online tutor, whose name is Bill McCain. In the printed out text for the script of this presentation, you'll be able to find his email address, but I'll go through it quickly right here. It's wmccannjr0001@kctcs.edu. The best time for you to either see the tutor or email him a copy of what you want him to look at would be after you've written the rough draft, but before you turn it in. Get the tutor to go over the way you've formatted your paper. It should be an MLA academic manuscript style, and how you have documented it. It should be in MLA style for all of your signal phrases, parenthetical citations, and full citations on our works cited page. My little canaries, the students in my on-campus class, were confused about my suggestion to many of them that it would be a good thing for them to write a brief petition statement of 50 to 200 words and put it at the end of their research report by adding a page with the header Appendix and the centered title Petition. Now I want you to know I've worked out the word count for your text of your research report should be a minimum of 2,000 words of text to approximately 3,750 words of text. That's 8 to 15 pages. Whatever you type in as an appendix is in addition to that 2,000 word minimum. And the appendix won't count toward your text count. Be very careful to do an accurate text count for your report. If you Google how to write a petition, you'll find several sites, and one site is called www.petitionbuzz.com. I wanted to mention that one in particular because that website has paid Google for the placement of their link right at the top of the listings. When somebody types in how to type a petition, there's a kind of a blue bar at the top that shows 2 or 3 entries. Well, that's what they call a sponsored link. In other words, they paid to get it positioned where they've got it. Since the owner of www.petitionbuzz.com pays to have that website pop up at the top of the list, I wanted to discuss the pros and cons of using it, or either using or avoiding that particular website. If you use it, your petition will be going out on the internet. Several kooks and con artists may try and contact you after that's been made public. The site also has a way for the petitioner to ask for donations. Now, I certainly don't want you to collect any money unless you plan to do a legitimate, large-scale petition drive after this class is over. Disassociated with this class. It's all your business. It's not anything you have to do for class. Now, I think the following things should go into a petition statement. First, an invitation for everyone to join and by signing the petition to fight for a change. Then two, address the petition to the key decision makers with a first sentence that might go something like this: this petition will be sent to every member of Congress. Next, explain the problem. Then propose your solution. Then try and persuade everyone to join in signing the petition. Indent the next line at least halfway across the page, sign your name, and print your name out underneath with maybe your city and state, but I surely would not publish your full address in a petition. Just about fill the rest of the page with lines for signatures, printed names, and addresses. If something is going to actually be sent to Congress, if it's something for a ballot change in a state and it's sent to the state legislature, things like that, the petition is often checked over for accuracy, so that kind of petition really does require full names and addresses. I hope this helps you with the research that you're going to be doing. Again, because the Blackboard server has been winking on and off over the last couple of days, go ahead and submit your paper in Blackboard, but then as a double check, so we can never say that the Blackboard ate my homework, email me at patricia.holland@kctcs.edu and attach a copy of your research report. Try saving it in, do a save as and save it as a rich text file, or at the very least save it as a Word 97 through 2003 type file. Do not send me a docx file over the internet. That seems to be what Blackboard has the most trouble with. I look forward to reading your research reports.